I'm also interested, there's blind judo that's going to be showcased here.
And it will be interesting for people to see, and I was fortunate to commentate the blind judo at the Olympic Games, and you see some incredible athletes, you know, and with really slightly different with the rules, in is that the referee puts them together. They start together, of course, not separated, and calls a special score when they get near to the edge of the area and things like that. Other than that, very similar, and you'll be amidst the grips immediately. 2 feet went out there, so he'll definitely get a penalty for this now. So he just ran out, literally ran out. So Shido to Maren. Again, just dominating that sleeve, Maren. The right tactics against Mackenzie, because Mackenzie wants to disappear underneath him. And he gets taken back this time. Yuko scored to Maren. So tactical play is what it's all about. You could tell that he was coming out there with a game plan, and that's what he's following.
Yeah, you can see the measured approach from Maren, definitely. Mackenzie, as you'd mentioned, that aggressive style coming forward and presenting that opportunity, and the Dutchman certainly has taken it, but lots of time left in this one.
Well, just notice, John, how he's taken the sleeve every time, and that's to stop Mackenzie rotating through.
Got it.
All right, that's why he's catching the sleeve first.
So that prevents him from dropping.
It prevents him from turning and rotating the hips.
Belgium number 10, Ben, and number 11, Leemans. They are tied at number 2 in the world rankings as far as the top women's 3-on-3 basketball players in the world. So keep an eye on those two as we are underway, our first tournament game here in Baku, and the 12-second shot clock expires, and so it's a turnover.
It's going to be interesting to see how they play Persic and Wouters inside the paint. Wouters scoring most of the points in Belgium, averaging 5.7 a game.
Slovenia in the white, Belgium in the red. It is very, very hot. I think it's something like 36 or 37 degrees, and it probably feels a lot hotter on the court. Still looking for our first basket in the ball game. The outdoor game here, they've got to contend with the sun, the wind, and the heat. As Leemans gets the first basket of the ball game for Belgium. Shot is missed by Zdolsek.
We see a good fight inside the paint, like I said before, between Wouters and Persic. They're gonna play wide open and trying to put the ball down low.
Slovenia lost to Romania in the finals of the 2014 3-on-3 European Championships, so they won silver. Belgium finished 6th in that same championship. Slovenia is favored in this game, but right now they trail 1-0.
And you can feel the pressure. This is the first game that actually counts. If you don't win this game, you are out of the competition. You can see in their faces.
It is single elimination. Yes, it's a knockout tournament. 1 loss and you are going home. Still 1-0. The only basket so far was scored by Leemans.
Now one nice one-on-one from Zdolsek. They're going to have a lot of space to play face-to-face, one-on-one.
Games are 10 minutes in length, unless one team gets to 21 points, and then that team wins. And we've played just about 2 minutes now.
That was big from Sievert.
A 2-pointer, and it's 3-1 now for Slovenia.
Good work boxing out the Slovenians. So important to work on the rebound, offensively and defensively. Both teams know that.
You see number 12 in the red, Ann Bonner. She is the tallest player on the court at 6'5" or 1.95 meters.
And she's one of the best post players. If we talk about 5-on-5 basketball, it's a pleasure to watch her here playing and taking risks and play free without coaching, without nothing, just feeling the game.
She was very upbeat before the tournament began, feeling like Belgium had a good chance to win a medal here in Baku. 3-1. Driving is Lehmans. She's got the ball in the paint. Little half hook shot is good off the glass. 3-2. Lehmans with both points so far for Belgium. Waters down low, using the height there. It's her first basket of the game, and we are even at 3. Waters with the rebound. The Strub, back to Waters down low. And the basket counts by Lehmans, and the foul.
And we can see how Belgium is speeding a little bit more. They are playing faster, they are using the passes. That's why they are coming back in this game. It's a good way to attack in 3-on-3 basketball. Pass fast the ball and find the space.
All even at 3. It's the first game in the women's tournament. 16 teams going at it. Ursa Ziebert with the basket for Slovenia. She's been their hot scorer so far. And we have a jump ball, and in 3-on-3 basketball, the jump ball goes to the team on defense. So possession does not alternate. Another thing you'll notice, no coaches on the sidelines. They're in the stands. The players have been empowered to call their own plays, to call their own timeouts.
And I believe they are happy to do that.
A lot of players we've talked to really enjoy the 3-on-3 game. They say there's not a whole lot of thinking. You just play basketball. You let your natural instincts take over. And with a 12-second shot clock, you really don't have time to draw up a lot of plays. Nice jump shot there. That's a 2-pointer for Slovenia.
And that was an interesting action, because when you score the basket, the other team starts the game, but look, if you don't touch the ball, you can keep pushing your defender, and that's an interesting thing to do when the game is almost at the end.
Ben was unable to get over Zybert, so instead she tried to climb over her, drawing the foul. 6-5 Slovenia. The winner moves on to the quarterfinals, and the loser, they are done here in Baku. So we should see a little bit more intensity in these games today.
Intensity and pressure as well. So let's see who has the better mindset and play with freedom, the one who is gonna win.
We are here at center court, the temporary basketball arena, located in the eastern section of the European Games Park, just off the shores of the Caspian Sea.
And as you said, the heat is gonna be really a factor here. So tough to play in this heat.
Nice little scoop shot underneath by Lehmans. And you'll notice in the stands, especially the stands that you can see here on TV, on the far side of your TV screen, the upper part of your TV screen, that part of the stands is in the sun. So as a result, a lot of the fans here are sitting under the shade, but not in that section that you see on TV. Even at 6, but a 2-pointer by Zadolsek.
That's the typical game from Slovenia. All the teams from the Balkans, they like to shoot from outside the arc, and it's an effective way to attack because it's simple maths. 2 points is more than 1.
Zadolsek with 3 points now for Slovenia. Zybert with 3. Lubenovic has 2. Leading scorer for Belgium is Leemans. She has 4 of the 6 for Belgium. Belgium started the tournament strong with a very impressive 10-point win over Turkey, but then lost a close game against the Czech Republic and then got beat by Ukraine by 5. Slovenia, one of the stronger teams here perhaps. Easy win over Ireland and Slovakia before losing to Spain. But those preliminary games were just used to set the seedings here in the tournament as Botters gets the basket. And a foul underneath called against Botters.
Yeah, it was a good defense. Maybe Waters, she didn't need to finish the action like that because the Slovenian player, she didn't have room enough to shoot that ball. But because everything happens so fast, sometimes you don't know how to decide.
Lubenovic puts it through. And it's 9-7 Slovenia. Belgium with the ball. And she stepped out of bounds along the baseline. So you see Strub going along the baseline, but she stepped out. She now has a seat. You have 4 players on a team, 3 on the court, and 1 sub. Botters can't get it to drop, but she does draw the foul.
And 2 players trying to double up her, so she can decide either to shoot the ball or open up for a 2-pointer.
Botters has been the leading scorer for Belgium in the tournament, averaging just under 6 points a game.
And if we look at the stats, Slovenia is averaging 13 points per game and Belgium 15. So in theory, Belgium is better in offense.
Yet Slovenia has the better record. So their defense has really been a key. And a 2-pointer. It's a 4-point lead for Slovenia now. Belgium driving. Leemans missed the layup. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by Slovenia. This is Zybert. Looking around. Goes low. And Pirsic felt like she was fouled. She tried to do a little flop throwing the ball and tried to get the call, but to no avail. And the 12-second shot clock expired.
And by now, the key of the game is the 2-pointers. Slovenia is hitting in the right moment from outside the arc. That is giving them a lot of advantage. It's a risky way to play the 3-on-3 because today, if they are not good shooting, this is the way they play.
I do want to correct myself. Earlier, I gave the wrong results for these 2 teams at the 2014 European Championships. Slovenia won silver at the 2014 3-on-3 European Championships. They lost to Russia in the final. Belgium, they won bronze at the 2014 World Championships.
Time up with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left in this game. Slovenia 11, Belgium.
Timeout on the floor, 11-7. Slovenia leads, 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
And it's a clever timeout. Belgium needs to think how they're gonna come back. Maybe they need a mix between points from unbouters and from the outside players. They are 2-pointers ahead. So there's still game.
As you look at some of the highlights from the first 7 minutes here at center court, there is another outdoor court that is on the other side of that big scoreboard behind the basket, and that court really just off the water, and you can and the wind really blows hard in this area, and that court you really are fighting the elements. Not so as much here on the center court, where you have a little bit more protection with the stands and the scoreboard surrounding the half court. Slovenia up by 5, under 3 minutes to play. The shot by Stolsek is no good, and Belgium still in the game, but they need to score some baskets soon.
Slovenia has been very active in defense, especially under the paint, using their hands so good. They are mobile, they are versatile, they are a really good team.
Shot by Botters, well off. That is not her part of the court. It was a 3-on-1 there for a second, as two of the Belgians had fallen down on the sidelines. And now Ljubljanovic able to put in the shot. It's 13-7. So Slovenia with a commanding lead now, 2:22 to go. Belgium's going to have to start making some two-pointers.
But the defense from Slovenia has been like perfect. Belgium is starting with pick and roll or with a cat in order to have a little bit of advantage to start playing the one-on-one. But Slovenia, really, they are playing smart in defense and in offense.
And Sophie Strub, 24 years of age, 1.83 meters in height, 6 feet tall, averaging only 2 points a game. Missing the first shot. Now, here's the good news if you're Belgium. Slovenia has already committed 7 fouls. So every foul they commit on you right now, if you're Belgium, you get 2 free throws. And a block underneath by Strub.
It's fine. Possession for Slovenia.
Only 2 seconds on the shot clock, though. So a quick shot, no good by Ljubljanovic. Botters down low. And a little quick half shot is in. 13-9. Belgium, they've got to make their comeback now. 1:45 and counting. They kick it out, no good. Rebounded by Belgium. This is Ben to Leemans. Back to Ben, 2-point shot. No good, rebounded by Slovenia. Sadolsek. In the corner. Ljubljanovic. And they don't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, she was trying to play the one-on-one with Bouters. She's 1.95 meters. But if you want to shoot in front of her, she has long, long arms.
You better have a step ladder if you want to shoot over her. Well, the good news for Belgium, it's a 2-point or a 2-possession game.
That's right, and because they have bonus, every time they get a foul, it's a chance to be closer in this game.
Belgium has been 1 for 3 from the foul line so far. They need to make their free throws. That's not going to help.
They're not dead, they are there. They just need to score.
Sarah Leemans missing both of her foul shots. Could have been 13-11, could have been a 1-possession game, but that's not the case. Still plenty of time. We're down to 1 minute and 1 second to go. I mean, Slovenia is allowing Belgium to have a chance here. And you see the teams substituting players. You can substitute as often as you like during the dead balls.
This is one of the keys of the game.
Belgium just cannot make their free throws. 1 for 5, 2 for 6, 13-10. And we have just under 1 minute to play. By the way, if it's tied after 10 minutes, they go to overtime. The team that scores the first 2 points in overtime wins. Bounce pass underneath, and the shot made by Zebert.
Yeah, nice pick and roll.
Still a 2-possession game. Bauders underneath. Gets the 1-point shot. It's 14-11.
I don't know if Belgium has. I want to see if they have bonus, because they need to foul.
Nice defense by Belgium. Shot was not taken in time, but they throw it away and give it back to Slovenia. Again, the winner of this game plays the winner of Switzerland-Israel in the next round. And a timeout on the floor.
And you said before that there's not a lot of time to think, and which is right, but I really believe that this game is for clever people, and everything goes so fast that you have to be able to think and use the strategy, use the rules in your benefit. So you always have to know if you are in bonus, if you are not.
Leemans is the leading scorer for Belgium. She has 6 points, but she is 1 for 4 from the free throw line. In fact, Belgium has made only 2 of their 7 free throws. Slovenia, perfect from the charity stripe. They're 2 for 2. Belgium's also struggled with the 2-point shot. They have not made a 2-point shot. 0 for 3 beyond the arc. But again, when you have that big, tall player in Bauders underneath, you can understand why they like to play down low. Jump shot, no good by Zadolsek. Rebounded, though, by Zibert. And she is fouled.
Yeah, the referees could call the foul before, but
Let them play. But
no, because they were forcing the foul. That was strategical. So
only 5.1 seconds, so this game all but over.
but they should do this before. Remember I mentioned they weren't in bonus. They should foul out before. Now with 2 seconds, looks like Slovenia is going to win.
And time's going to run out as Slovenia is going to win the ball game by a score of 14-11. So Slovenia moves on to the quarterfinals, where they will play the winner of Switzerland-Israel, and that is a game that Slovenia will be favored in.
Yes, Slovenia play really well. They are good shooting. This Belgium knew about it, and perhaps Belgium with a tall post player, if she's by herself, I mean, she needs 2-pointers, shooters, to make a balance in the team. Today, Slovenia play much better in defense and in offense.
You had a good look at some of the disappointed faces of the Belgium players. They are done. They won 1 of their 3 games in the preliminary competition, and then they lose here in their first round game against Slovenia. So the Belgians are heading home. They are done here in Baku. Your final score, once again, Slovenia 14, Belgium 11, as the women's 3-on-3 basketball tournament is underway. Coming up next, it'll be men's action, as we'll have Slovenia, the Slovenian men, taking on the Swiss men. That's our next game coming up here in the afternoon session. And you see Switzerland with the win over Israel. That game just completing. So Slovenia will play Switzerland in the quarterfinals.
I'll give you some water for free because it's very, very important on a hot day like this to keep hydrated. So if you want some water, you're very welcome.
Welcome back to the basketball arena here in Baku, 2015 European Games. Time for the second game of the session here on the main court. It's going to be the men, Slovenia. They're undefeated at 3-0, taking on Switzerland. The Swiss looking for their first win. They were winless in their 3 games in the preliminary round. The Swiss finishing last in Pool D. Slovenia, they won Pool A with wins over Israel, Lithuania, and Romania. Switzerland lost all 3 of their games to Andorra, Azerbaijan, and the Czech Republic. So this game will be going on center court. Right outside center court, on the court that's closer to the water, it'll be Greece against Belgium, and the winners of those 2 games will play in the quarterfinals. Let's meet the players.
Number 8, Dario Krejci. Number 10, Boris Yelchin. And number 15, Uroš Roman. Let's hear it up for Slovenia.
Slovenya ve İsveç oyununun hakimlerini karşılıyor.
Please welcome the referees for this game, Vlaki Zaran from Romania and Rauno Pelati from Estonia.
İndi ise diğer komanda İsveç komandasını karşılıyor.
Please welcome the players from Switzerland. Number 10, Matthias Turuso.
11 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 11, Emran Akço.
12 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 12, Nikola Stefanovic.
Ve 13 numaralı oyuncu.
And number 13, Vesel Valteri.
So there you go. The players have been introduced here on center court. The Swiss getting new life here as we continue the men's round of 16. The winner of this game again between Switzerland and Slovenia will face the winner of the Greece-Belgium game that's going on the outer court. And you can see the brackets there. So both these games going on simultaneously. And we'll try to keep an eye on that other game going on and keep you updated and posted there as well. Coin flip before every game. The winner of the coin flip gets to decide whether they want the ball first in the game or whether they'd rather have it first in overtime if the game goes to overtime.
And as we explained the days before, it's better to choose the second option and keep the possession for the overtime, because you just need to score 2 points to win the game. So it's clever to start overtime with possession.
And that's exactly what we just saw. Switzerland won the toss, but they elected to let Slovenia have the ball first. Switzerland in the red, Slovenia in the white. The Swiss finishing 14th at the 2014 3-on-3 European Championships. Slovenia, they did much better. They made it all the way to the finals at the 3-on-3 European Championships before losing to Romania. So they won silver. And they would love to have a medal here in Baku as well. It is hot, it is sunny, and there is some wind. Not as much today as we've seen before, but it does make it more difficult to play. Typically, your shooting percentages will be lower when they play outdoors. So here we go, Slovenia and Switzerland, men's round of 16 tournament, and right away, the basket by Boris Jersin, and it's 1-0 Slovenia. A 2-point shot by Switzerland is good.
And that's impressive because from now, the 2-pointers percentage was 6%. And today they start really well, scoring from outside the arc. Switzerland was scoring 9 points a game, so that was impressive. A good start when they need it. Let's see if they can keep the rhythm.
Toluso with that 2-point shot, and one of the reasons they have been winless is because of the low shooting percentage from beyond the arc. 2 points from beyond the arc, it's 1 point from within that arc.
Oh.
And that's another 2-pointer by Toluso.
That's what I like from 3-on-3 basketball, respecting one thing, and look, 2 out of 2.
Krejci for Slovenia, 4-3, the Swiss lead. And we've seen some outside shooting already. Little hook shot by Acho.
They start really well.
This is not the same Swiss team that we saw in the preliminary round. They never scored more than 10 points in any of their games.
That's right.
They lost 16-10 to Andorra, 17-9 to Azerbaijan, and 21-10 to the Czech Republic. They already have 5 points, and we're only a minute and a half into the game. So they're halfway to their high mark here in Baku. Couple nice 2-pointers by Toluso.
Out of bounds, Switzerland ball.
And then Acho with the other basket for the Swiss. Acho can't control it down low. Underneath, Erzin. Little spin, and he puts it in.
Ersen is one of the best players in this competition.
One of the best players in the world, in fact, ranked number 22 in the individual FIBA rankings. Also in the top 40 rankings as far as the best 3-on-3 players in the world regarding the men. Dario Krejci for Slovenia is 40th, and Jersin, number 10 for Slovenia, he is ranked as the 28th best 3-on-3 player in the world.
And the funny thing here is that the number 8, 9, and 10 from the world ranking, they are Slovenians and they are not here. Imagine how powerful Slovenia is in the 3-on-3 basketball.
(5-4), Slovenia missing the shot that would have tied the game. And now, Stefanovic. Down low. Turnaround jumper by Acho, no good. Stefanovic has it. Number 12 for the Swiss. Outside shot by Acho, no good. Erzin, Slovenia, down low, but a foul.
And it's so amazing how Ersen plays with his body. And when he's in the paint, he uses it to make some space. It's difficult to defend him.
Greece and Belgium just underway. They are tied at 3 early on. Down low, a basket scored by Slovenia, and we're all knotted up at 5 points apiece. Remember, a 12-second shot clock, so the pace is fast and furious. 2-point shot, no good. And a whistle, some bumping and bruising going on underneath. Now keep in mind, as we explained earlier, each team is allowed 7 fouls, 17 fouls, before you're in the bonus. Once you hit that 7th foul, the other team gets 2 free throws. So actually you're allowed 6 fouls, then the 7th, the other team gets 2 free throws. A lot of unique rules that FIBA has established for this 3-on-3 basketball, and it makes the game more exciting, more fast-paced, a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah, before they were counting the individual fouls, and some of the games where they were running out of players. That's why they decided to change and make this team bonus.
I mean, you could be a player, you could have 10 fouls in a game. You might have all 10 fouls committed by your team, but you cannot foul out. They don't keep the individual fouls. And a dunk down low by Molteni. 28-year-old stands 6'7", 2 meters in height. He's been averaging 2 points a game, and that time he broke free from his defender and jams it for the point. We are even at 5. Under 7 minutes to go. Make it 6-5, thanks to that dunk. Battle underneath.
It's getting physical now.
Long 2-point shot, air ball, and it went out of bounds.
But with a great start, Switzerland start to believe that they can play like really good against Slovenia. During the pool, they weren't playing that good, but now, why not?
And a whistle and a foul down low underneath the basket.
And keep an eye on Ersen. He's amazing in the paint.
Slovenia undefeated in the preliminary round, but they are getting a battle here from the Swiss. Switzerland did not win any of their games, but all 16 teams here get to participate in the tournament, and it's a knockout tournament, single elimination. Win and you stay alive, lose and you go home.
16 fouls, Switzerland. Penalty up next.
Switzerland now has committed 6 fouls. So every foul they now commit going forward will result in Slovenia getting 2 free throws.
Yeah, and it's too early for the bonus.
We're not even halfway through the game. That shot off the mark. Taken by Switzerland. Stefanovic. And it's good. That's only a 1-point shot. He was inside the arc. A block and the ball goes out of bounds. Atcha with the block. But the Slovenians will hold on to the ball, trailing by 2.
5 minutes and 41 seconds left in this game. Switzerland up by 2.
Switzerland got off to a quick start, scored 5 quick points, but they have got a little bit cold since. We talked about it early. The most points they've scored in a game here in Baku is 10.
And what I like from Slovenia that they are calm, they are not rushing.
Kretchen to Ursi, back to Kretchen, the basket and the foul.
I think they believe in their possibilities and they can play in the same way.
Because Switzerland is in the penalty.
Kretchen at the free throw line, 36 years of age, averaging 2.5 points a game here at the European Games. He is ranked as the 40th best men's 3-on-3 player in the world according to the FIBA World Rankings. And his free throw rattles in, and Slovenia has its first lead of the game, 8-7. Switzerland has gone cold.
Oh, that's an impressive 2-pointer.
So much for going cold. Toluso, his third 2-point basket. And now Erzen underneath. And you can see how fast-paced this game is. The transition between offense and defense.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Yeah, I was going to say that. There is no transition. And that's why even though the times of the games not very long, these players get worn out quickly. Toluso has 6 of the 9 points for Switzerland. Erzen and Kretzi, the leading scorers for Slovenia, they each have 4. The Swiss have not even gotten to the foul line yet.
Oh, that was a good one-on-one. Switzerland start to believe that they can win this game.
Layup by Stefanovic. And now a 2-pointer. Rolls around but does not fall. Atcha with the ball for the Swiss. Stefanovic. Back to Atcho. Atcho puts it in. His second point of the game. 11-9 Switzerland. We have an upset brewing here with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
And I saw the Slovenians asking for timeout because they are a little bit confused. I think they didn't expect Switzerland play like that, scoring from outside, doing like amazing penetrations. Now they have to think about it, try to focus, and try to play their best, because right now Switzerland is looking really good.
Well, you mentioned it at the beginning of the game. Switzerland has made only 6% of their shots from beyond the two-point arc. They have 3 two-pointers in this game.
That's why it's so important to work on the scouting. But in this 3-on-3 basketball, if you have a nice day in the right moment, you can reach the final.
And what did you know at Toulouse, the young kid out there, the youngest player on the court, 19 years of age, the sun does not appear to be bothering him and the heat as much as some of the other players. Slovenia is not a young team. The average age for Slovenia is 36. The average age for the Swiss, 23. So this is a much, much, much younger Switzerland team. Slovenia's players, Jerson is 30, Krejci is 36, Troppin and Erzin, well, Troppin's 38, Erzin is 39.
I could be playing there.
They get the senior citizen discount when they go to restaurants. Well, not quite, but you get my point. Swiss up 11-9. An upset here. First round playoff action. Our first round of the tournament. 3-on-3 basketball at the European Games.
Oh,
Down low, nice play by Erzin.
nice footwork.
He's got 5 points. Olteni. Back to Stefanovic. No good. Stefanovic missing. A break for Slovenia, but they throw the ball away. Out of the reach of Erzin. And the Swiss take over. Down to 3-12.
And we were wondering the other day why they don't play with sunglasses, because I saw some faces that looks like the sun is bothering them, especially if you play in low post and trying to receive the ball.
A lot of squinting going on the court. Toulouse tries another two-pointer. Apparently fouled as he shot the ball.
It's going to be 2 free throws.
Behind the arc. Matias Toulouse, 2 shots.
Only the third foul committed by Slovenia. And that is the first free throw of the game by the Swiss. Switzerland, they've made 40% of their free throws here in Baku. They lead by 2. Jerson, Erzin, down low.
Oh, he's so good.
And just in time. That's actually Erzin down low, number 7. Erzin with 6 points now. The steal, but it's given right back to the Swiss. 2-point shot, no good. Erzin with the rebound. Troppin, Jerson, down to Erzin, being guarded by Molteni. Slovenia still controlling the basketball, a fresh shot clock.
He does the difference.
They are controlling it underneath. Wow. 12-12. Stefanovic gets it to drop. 13-12, Switzerland. That was a lazy pass and almost stolen. And a turnover. He was out of bounds. Erzin with a lazy pass to Jerson. It got knocked away, and then Erzin, trying to save it, stepped out of bounds. So Interesting ball game going on. This would be an upset if the Swiss could hold on. 2-point shot. That one's wide. Toulouse, with all that confidence from early on, has lost a little bit of his shooting touch here late.
They have to keep shooting, because if you score 2 in a row with less than 2 minutes to go, it's a great advantage. And Slovenia keep playing with Ersen and trying to produce in offense. But for sure they are in shock. I bet they didn't expect Switzerland play that well.
The winner of this game plays the Greece-Belgium winner in the quarterfinals. And right now, Greece is winning that game 15-11. Ersin underneath with the layup.
Who else?
And we are at 13-all, and Ersin with 7 points. Leading scores, 7 points for Ersin for Slovenia, 7 points for Toulouse for Switzerland. Toulouse has been averaging 1.5 points a game. So this has been an incredible performance by the 19-year-old. A minute 39 to go. 13-all. Switzerland with the basketball. Looking for their first win in Baku and looking to upset one of the stronger teams in the tournament.
That's what makes interesting this competition.
We talked about it earlier. The Swiss had not scored more than 10 points in any game here in Baku. And the 12-second shot clock expires. A look at Acho, 23 years of age, 6'9", 2.006 meters in height. And we have a timeout. Each team is granted 1 timeout per game.
The score, Slovenia 13, Switzerland 13.
This game has been so interesting. And now you just need to breathe in, breathe out, think your strategy. And now it's a matter of percentage of shooting.
Winner of this game, it appears, will play Greece. The Greeks with a 7-point lead over Belgium with under a minute to go in their game. Here, we are all knotted up at 13 points apiece. Slovenia has shot 41% from the field, 11 of 27. Switzerland, 9 of 27, 33%. And Slovenia takes the lead with a minute 15 left. And now good defense, forcing Toulouse to step on the sideline, and it's a turnover.
It's the second defense in a row from the Slovenians. They are pressing now. They know that's the key. That's the moment to perform at their best. They look calm.
They've stepped up their defense. Other than a 2-point win over Lithuania, most of their games have been easy wins. Layup attempt by Jerson, no good.
I think the basket counts. The ball was dropping.
Oh, they're going to call goaltending on Molteni. He wasn't happy about that call.
And look, Slovenia. They were tight, and suddenly they are clever. And I like Jersin so much as well. He plays nice one-on-one.
Less than 60 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game. Ball loose on the ground, picked up. And the shot by Stefanovic is no good, but he was fouled. Stefanovic has 3 points so far. 2-shot foul. Stefanovic at the free throw line. 22 years old, averaging 3.5 points a game. And a missed free throw, only a 1-shot free throw. To correct myself, as Switzerland is not in the bonus just yet. 38 seconds to go. Stefanovic. Molteni missing the shot. Rebound taken by Slovenia. Ursa kicks it out. 2-point shot, just missed. That would have put the nail in the coffin for the Swiss.
That's clever, that's clever. Just let him score. It's just 1 point. That's clever.
So Lusso with the basket. It's a 1-point game.
Here we go. They know. They play really smart.
Switzerland's going to run out of time. And so the game's over. And Slovenia barely hangs on, avoiding the upsets. The Swiss scoring, having their highest scoring game, almost pull off the upset, but they fall 2 points shy.
Impressive performance today. Switzerland starting with an amazing percentage out of the arc, and then that make them keep closer in the game. And then Slovenia, they just play with the rules. They were calm the whole time. They felt that they were favorites, and they show a smart game. So 3-on-3 basketball is not just about hitting and pushing. You have the example here with the Slovenian team.
Erzin was the leading scorer for Slovenia. He had 10 points. Leading scorer for Switzerland was Toluso. He had 8. But the Slovenian team will advance to the round of to the quarterfinals. And Switzerland, they are done. 16-14 is the final score here. Slovenia moving on to the quarterfinals, and there they will meet Greece. Greece, a 21-12 winner over Belgium on the outside court. That game just completed a few minutes ago. So you see the up to the second standings and brackets. It's going to be Greece and Slovenia in the quarterfinals. Again, the final score of this game, 16-14 Slovenia.
Let's see what this young kid can do. Give him a big cheer, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad. Do we have another one, Smooth?
Hörmətli tamaşaçılar, indi isə qadınlardan ibarət Rumıniya və Yunanistan komandaları mübarizə yapılacak.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet the teams from Romania and Greece.
Hanımlar ve canaplar, zahmet olmazsa Romanya komandasını karşılayın.
It is now time for the round of 16 in the women's bracket. And we've got Romania taking on Greece. And let's meet the players.
Number 1, Anka Shiposh.
2 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 2, Gabriela Marginan.
3 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 3, Andro Haas.
Ve 4 numaralı oyuncu.
And number 4, Sonia Ursu. Let's hear it for Romania.
Romania finishing the preliminary round with a 2-1 record. They finished second in Pool D. They lost to Lithuania by 2, but then rebounded to beat Russia and then Israel 21-9. Let's meet the Greek players now.
Şimdi ise diğer komanda Yunanistan komandasını karşılayın.
Please welcome the player from Greece.
6 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 6, Aikaterinis Spataru.
9 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 9, Nasika Stavridou.
13 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 13, Aphrodite Kosma.
Ve 15 numaralı oyuncu.
And number 15, Susana Karambata.
So there are the players from Greece. They had a 1-2 record in the preliminary round, finishing in third place in Pool A. They beat the Netherlands before losing to the Swiss and then losing to Azerbaijan. 2 of the players for Greece, Spataru and Stavridou, both have also played on Greece's national 5-on-5 women's team. So they are used to this international competition.
On 3 basketball competition. Greece 21, Belgium 12. So Greece will meet Slovenia in the quarterfinals on the men's
And
competition.
it's interesting to analyze the Greek roster because from what we see, they play almost with 3 players. The 4th player, Karampatsa, she just played around 3 minutes per game. And that's a bit dangerous because this game is so physical. And as we saw, the teams are making a lot of substitution all the time in order to keep the play strong and with power. But Greece, they mainly play with 3 players.
You see in this side of the brackets, 2 teams have already advanced, Switzerland and Slovenia. The winner of this game will play the winner of Ukraine-Slovakia. That game is going on as we speak, just on the other side of the scoreboard, and we'll keep you posted on that one as well. So it's Romania and Greece, first round of the tournament here in Baku.
Keep an eye on Marginean, the key of the Romanian team. She plays 8 minutes 45 seconds, which is a lot, and she scored 9 points per game.
So the game is underway, and the first basket is going to go to Greece. Greece in the blue, Romania in the yellow. Stavridou. 2-0 Greece. Sipos, that shot off the back of the rim. Rebounded, though, by Romania. That one's a little bit long. And now Greece with the basketball and a 2-0 lead just underway. 10 minutes of action. Unless one of these teams scores 21 points, then the game ends. That shot was wild, did not even come close to the rim. Down low they go to Kozma. But the ball is out of bounds. Again, the coaches are in the stands. Players are on their own, much like street basketball or 3-on-3 basketball that we played as kids. Long shot by Kozma. She had to let it go as time was winding down on the 12-second shot clock.
And this beginning is a back and forth. Both teams trying to score, trying to feel the ball on the court.
Sipos put up a wild shot her last time driving the lane. She actually had a few more seconds than she thought. Short jump shot is good, and the Greeks have a 3-0 lead. We've already seen a few upsets and near upsets here in the early goings of the tournament. This is a little bit of a surprise. The Greeks with a early lead on Romania. Greece finishing 14th in the 2014 3-on-3 European Championships. Romania finished 6th at the European Championships. And that is a 2-point shot by Stavridou.
And that's a good start from the Greeks, because Romania is a powerful team. You have to mention that they beat Russia, the powerful Russia, 21-16. So Romania has a lot of good things to show, and if you watch the score, it's like surprising 5-0 for Greece.
Greece, the most points they've scored in the game is 16, and they lost that game to the Swiss. The only game they won was against the Netherlands, a game in which they scored only 13 points. As a team, they're only averaging 15 points a game.
That reminds the game that we just saw before in the men's competition, with Switzerland starting like with a 5-0 that we didn't expect.
What it basically means is you can take all the numbers from the preliminary round and throw them out the window.
That's right.
Because all of a sudden these games count for real. Romania with the basketball, but a double dribble called against Marjanin. And it goes to Greece, I should say. Spatarou with her back to the basket. Spins, pivots, kicks it outside. 2-point shot is wild, but Spatarou with the rebound.
It was a good defense from Romania, but then you have to secure the rebound. If not, Greece have another chance to score.
That's a nice steal there by Marjanin, but then she misses the long shot. Ball stolen by Sipos. Sipos across, Marjanin, one-on-one. Sipos, no good, wide to the left. And now an open shot from the corner, in and out, rebounded by Greece, but a foul underneath.
And I think the heat has been a factor, and the Greeks are more comfortable with it than the Romanians. They've been kind of slow in defense. We didn't see them like that days before.
5-0 Greece getting the rebound on the missed free throw, but they cannot convert. And that pass well over the head of the intended target. Slovakia with an early 3-1 lead over Ukraine in the other game going on. The winners of these two games will meet in the quarterfinals.
And Greek playing 3 players wide open and starting the one-on-one, either from high post or from one side.
Greek stealing the ball. Kozma drives and she draws the foul.
13 foul.
Kozma, 32 years of age, 6 feet tall, 1.83 meters, averaging 4.5 points a game. Chance for her now to score her second point in this game. Romania looking to get on the scoreboard. Trailing by 5. Ursu knocked down and drawing the foul.
13 foul. Greece.
And both teams trying to make the court big and trying to play one-on-one all the time.
Each side has committed 3 fouls so far. You get 6 fouls before you're penalized. On the 7th foul, the other team gets a couple of free throws. Still 5-0. Still Romania looking to get on the scoreboard. It's been all Greece. Spanero. And she'll take the jump shot from near the free throw line. It's long. And I think they're going to call Karampatsa for a foul underneath.
14 foul. Romania.
And Greek keeps the same strategy. Wide open, maybe a pick and roll, just play one-on-one.
They actually called the foul on Romania. That ball hits the top of the backboard. Typically, don't they blow the whistle when that happens? Nevertheless, they continue to play. Wild underhand shot by Sipos. And Romania right now just struggling to find the basket.
Strange, because Romania average 18 points per game. They are one of the most offensive teams, but as you said, the stats sometimes they don't count.
Well, right now they're very offensive to me. They haven't scored. 6-0 Greece. That shot does not count.
14 foul. Greece.
Stavridou with 5 of the 6 points for Greece. Kozma with the other point. Nothing for Romania. And now they get on the board. Arka Sipos, 29-year-old, gets the first basket. It's been a quiet day so far for Marginine. She is the leading scorer for Romania, averaging over 9 points a game, but nothing yet in this game, and we are more than halfway through. This is not the way you want to go out. Stavridou.
That's why I like teams more balanced, where everybody can shoot the ball just in case you don't have a good day, because we are human.
Ursu, 2-point shot. That should count, but it's no good. Nope. They're actually saying the shot was not in time.
34 seconds left in this game. Greece up by
Only 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go, and Romania has 1 point.
quarterfinals. The loser is eliminated.
Kozma driving, ball knocked away. She picks it up and then gets fouled.
Romania. Aphrodite Kozma.
5th foul called against Romania. Greece has committed 4 fouls. So neither side in the bonus yet. In that situation, though, Kozma was in the act of shooting, so she'll get 1 free throw. And she makes it. That's the first free throw made by either side. Marginine bounced the ball off her own foot. That's been the kind of game it's been for her.
You don't feel comfortable on the court today. They look like a different team from the other day when they played Russia. They were more active, with clear ideas of what they had to do.
Long shot by Haas, no good, too strong. Greece down low, that's a nice play by Kozma. Kozma averaging just under 5 points a game, and she has 3 today. 8-1 Greece. Down low, now they go outside. 2-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Marjanine. She'll throw up a 2-pointer. That's no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Romania.
And Greece has the game under control. They are playing really smart.
3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this game. Greece up by 7.
You just got a quick glance at the Greek coaches in the stands, and there you can see them calling for a timeout, and the players abiding, and they call a timeout. Right now, Greece with an 8-1 lead. An opportunity for them just to get a little bit of a breather and try to close out this game. They're playing well enough where they have a commanding lead.
And we have to remember that coaches are not allowed to coach the team during the game.
A much closer game going on the outside court, where Ukraine and Slovakia are tied at 6. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game in the quarterfinals. Spanero, no good. Rebounded by Greece. And a struggle and a fight underneath and a jump ball, and it's going to go to Romania. All jump balls go to the defense. One of the neat rules about 3-on-3 basketball. Romania right now shooting 7% in this game. They have made 1 of 15 shots.
And it happened the worst day.
That's not a good percentage indoors or outdoors. Again, your shooting percentages will be a little lower outdoors. You've got the sun, you've got the heat, you have the wind.
And you have the intensity of the game, because everything goes so fast.
Yeah, because of the 12-second shot clock, you see him just throwing balls up there. As Spanero hits a 2-pointer. But not a lot of time to sit up. You pretty much get the ball and shoot. That one off the backboard and in by Sipos. And 3 points now for Romania, but they still trail by 7. This will end up being their lowest scoring game by far. And as you mentioned, a tough time to really struggle with your shots. You don't shoot well in the preliminaries, that's fine. You're still going to play in the tournaments. You don't shoot well in the tournaments, you're going home. So Greece in control. Sipos with the steal. Nice pass down low. And the basket by Marjanian. But still, Romania has dug itself a very deep hole. Down by 7. Uh, 11-4. 6 points by Strevedo, 3 by Kozma, 2 by Spanero, and it's been Greece in control from the very beginning. Sipos with 3 of the 4 points for Romania. Marjanine is the only other Greek player with a point. Sipos driving, and it's no good. She does draw the foul, though. neither team in the bonus still. But Tsipos will get a free throw as she was fouled on the shot. Barring a miracle, Greece will move on. Romania will head home. Down to a minute 24.
But still, this is 3-on-3 basketball. Maybe now they start scoring from the outside the arc, the Romanians. You never know.
They have nothing to lose at this point. I would think at this point, if they go for 1-point shots, Greece will just let them go by. Take as many 1-point shots as you want. Only chance they have now is to make a lot of 2-point shots. They go down low there, and now they kick it out. That's what they want to do. Marjanine cannot buy a basket. Now she puts it in. 12-6. Down to 50 seconds now. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And layup by Greece. It's 13-6.
They're performing so well today, the Greeks. Clear ideas of what they have to do.
Kozma, top of the key. Stravado to the near side. Spataru, she takes a 2-point shot, and that will just about do it. A 2-point shot by Spataru. She has 5, and it's 15-6. Ukraine starting to run away from Slovakia in the other game, up 12-6. Final 10 seconds now here between Romania and Greece. And Romania's European Games experience is going to come to an end. 15-6. Greece moving on to the quarterfinals, holding Romania to only 6 points. Their lowest offensive output by far. This is a team that in their last 2 games in the preliminary round scored the maximum points, 21. But only 6 in this game, and they were never in it.
They scored 21 twice, and Greece in their numbers. 16 in one game, 15 in another, 13, and today 15. They were playing like their level, but Romania was impressive. How unbalanced was that?
And you can see the disappointment for the Romanians. This is not the way you want to be knocked out of a tournament. Just did not have it. Shot 15% from the field. 4 of 26 from the field. They made only 1 2-point shot. They were 1 for 11 beyond the 2-point arc, and 3 of 15 from within the arc. So a tough loss for Romania as Greece wins it 15-6. They move on to the quarterfinals, where they're going to take on the winner of Ukraine versus Slovakia. That game has not ended yet, but it appears that it will be Ukraine, as Ukraine with a 16-8 lead right now, with not a whole lot of time left in that ball game. In fact, they are down into the final 30 seconds. So it looks like Greece will take on Ukraine in the next round. But again, the final score of this game, Greece 15, Romania 6.
And if you see yourself up on the big screen, then don't scream, but clap along, come on. shows your flags as well if you see yourself. Where are your flags?
Azerbaycan bayrağını daha yükseğe kaldırabilir.
Hello, sir. Can you wave? Can you clap? Oh, yes, you can.
Bəli, bunların hamısı yaxşıdır, amma hava doğrudan da istidir və belə bir havada bolluca su içmək lazımdır. Mütləq su için və güneşdən qorunmaq üçün başınıza papaqlar və yaxud da ki, digər qoruyucu nəsə taxa bilərsiniz. Həmçinin güneş kremlərindən də istifadə edin.
So one more time, let's see you clap, let's see you wave, and then it's time to say goodbye and time to say hello to 3-on-3 basketball.
Final score on court number 2. On the women's 8th final 3-on-3 basketball tournament, Ukraine 16, Slovakia 8. So Ukraine and Greece will meet in the quarterfinals of the women's competition.
Hörmətli tamaşaçılar, indi isə kişilərdən ibarət Rusiya Federasiyasının komandasıyla Estonia yığmaları mübarizə aparacaq.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet the teams from Russian Federation and Estonia.
Three-on-three basketball at the 2015 European Games. This is the first day of the tournament 16 teams going at it, battling, looking to move on to the quarterfinals. And coming up now, it's going to be Russia against Estonia. Let's meet the players.
Russian Federation.
Bir numaralı oyuncu.
Number 1, Ilya Alexandrov.
İki numaralı oyuncu.
Number 2, Alexander Pavlov.
Üç numaralı oyuncu.
Number 3, Andrei Ganini.
Ve dört numaralı oyuncu.
And number 4, Leopold Lakuni.
So there are the Russians. They were a perfect 3 wins and no losses in the preliminary games. They finished in first place in Pool B. One of the top seeds in the tournament. They beat Belarus, they beat Spain, and they beat Turkey. 3 wins, no losses for the Russian Federation, but we start anew as now it's the tournament.
Estonya yılması gelir.
And now here comes Estonia.
Please welcome the players from Estonia.
Üç numaralı oyuncu.
Number 3, Martin Dobre.
Dört numaralı oyuncu.
Number 4, Renato Lindberg.
Beş numaralı oyuncu.
Number 5, Adi Oyan.
Ve altı numaralı oyuncu.
And number 6, Sim Raudlov.
So the 4 players from Estonia, they went winless in the preliminary round, losing all 3 of their games. They finished in 4th place in Pool C. They lost to Greece, lost by 1 point to Serbia, one of the top teams here. They played Serbia close, but lost by 1 point, 18-17, before getting beat by 10 by Italy. So it's just a question of which Estonia team is going to show up, the team that lost to Greece and Italy, or the team that took Serbia to the final seconds. If they can play well like they did against Serbia, elevate their game, this could be a good game against Russia. The Russians highly favored in this one. They are one of the better teams here. Russia winning bronze at the 2014 3-on-3 World Championships. Estonia finishing 10th in that tournament. But the 3-on-3 game growing in popularity in Estonia, as there are now major 3-on-3 tournaments held regularly in that country. So it's helped the popularity of the game, and of course it's helped Estonia's world ranking. And the winner of this game will move on to the quarterfinals, where they will play the winner of the Czech Republic and Romania, and that game about to begin as well, just a few yards away. The Russian Federation, Alexandrov, the leading scorer at 7.5 points a game. Pavlov, Kanigan, and Lagutin. For Estonia, their leading scorer is Lindmet. He's averaging 5.7 points a game. Dorbek, Oya, and Rodla are the other 3 players. So the Russian Federation and Estonia, and we're just a few seconds away from the start. And here we go. Estonia in the dark uniforms. Russia in the white. Scrum underneath. And the first basket scored by Rodla of Estonia. 2-point shot by Russia, no good. Rebounded by Dorbet. Rodla driving. Underneath, Lindmet. And it's good. 2-0 Estonia.
We see today the teams that we think that they are not the favorites with an amazing start. Before Switzerland, now Estonia. It's the only way they have to try to to compete against, in this case, Russia, one of the favorites.
We saw earlier Slovenia really struggled to put away Switzerland. Switzerland had not won a game here in Baku, and they almost pulled off the upset. So anything can happen. That game starting much like this one, where the Swiss took a big lead. 5-0 was the lead they took. Here, Russia bouncing back the 2-point shot, and we are tied. That's a long 1-point shot missed by Dorbeck. But the rebound for Estonia. Kanigan to the far side. Alexandrov in and out.
Good work in offense. Offensive rebound for Russia.
And you can see the big men battling underneath.
And it's three offensive rebounds in a row. This is so important.
These two teams pretty equal in size. Each team averaging 6 feet 5 inches in height, 1.95 meters. The Russians a little bit older. Their average age, 30 years of age. The Estonia players average 27 years old. Free throw evens up the game at 3. Russia has had to fight for their wins. They opened up with an easy win over Belgium, but then had to really battle to get past Spain and Turkey. 2-point shots for Estonia.
And now offensive foul from one of the favorites or the most talented players, Alexandrov. Keep an eye on him because he's showing his skills here on the court. And Estonia leading the game with impressive shooting from the outside.
5-3. They have a lead over the favorites, the Russian Federation. Lagutin drives, he misses. Rodla, he drives and it rolls in. 6-3.
And it's fun to watch because they are playing wide open. We can see a lot of layups.
Kanigan, his shot no good. Oh yeah, with the rebound. Lindmetz. A screen there. Lindmetz momentarily lost the ball, picked it up, missed the shot.
But I like the intensity of the game. Players having substitutions all the time and a lot of one-on-one, face-to-face, which it makes it more entertaining.
Lagutin with the fadeaway shot, no good. And the ball goes to Estonia. Russia won Pool B. Estonia came in last in Pool C. But right now they lead 6-3. Lagutin with the steal. That was not a well done pass. Estonia has the ball back. Dorbeck for 2. Air ball. Alexandrov. He's going to drive. And he puts it in.
He's so good.
He averages 7.7 points a game here in Baku. And that was his first basket.
And with almost 60% of the field, which is impressive, considering that we are playing here 3-on-3 basketball.
Some of the teams you'll see 3 of the players play a majority of the time and 1 player will sit for most of the time. That's not the case with Russia. All 4 players averaging between 7 and 8 minutes per game. So they all get equal playing time.
And it should be like this if you want to have a balanced team.
Nice basket by Lindmetz. Well, especially in this heat here in Baku.
Oh, I could hear from here that hit.
Alexander Pavlov getting hacked in the lane.
And I'm missing a little bit more of passing from Russia. In other games, they were passing the ball so fast, and they were creating advantage out of it. Let's see if today they do the same. Not at the moment.
Pavlov with the free throw. Russia pulls within 2. Kanigan, no good. 6.5 minutes to go. 7-5. Estonia looking for the upset here in the first round. Beautiful pass and basket by Lagutin. I'm sorry, that was by Lindmetz.
And this is non-stop. But Estonia looking really, really, really good.
8-6, 6:07 to go.
And as you said before, Estonia irregular, but today looks like they play Serbia.
They seem to up their competition against the better teams. And they really struggle against the weaker teams. A steal by Alexandrov. He's going to try a two-pointer. Missing front of the rim. Estonia now, 1-point shot. No good.
Out of bounds.
Alexandrov thought he was, or check it. Kanigan thought he was fouled, but not before he stepped out of bounds. And now we have a timeout.
And it's weird that players ask for timeout that soon. But I think Russia, they need to think about what's going on the court and try to find solutions. Maybe they need to be a little bit more active in order to get more advantage, because Estonia, they are playing really well in defense and in offense.
3-on-3 basketball. It's fast, it's furious. FIBA began testing the 3-on-3 format at the 2007 Asian Indoor Games. The sport has also been included at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore in 2010 and in Nanjing in 2014. FIBA was hoping they could get this sport to be included in the Olympic Games in Rio next year, but that bid was unsuccessful. But they are trying to get it involved and included in the 2020 Games in Tokyo. Played on a half court with one basket. Shots made outside the arc worth 2. Inside the arc, they're worth 1. It's a 10-minute game unless one team scores 21 points.
And 12 seconds possession.
Yeah, that's the big thing, a 12-second shot clock. So you see these players not wasting a lot of time heading to the basket.
An impressive performance from Estonia. They're leading by 4 right now. Russia needs to react a little bit.
Nice spin and basket by Alexandrov. It was his first basket of the game. Pavlov has 5 points for the Russians. Leading scorer for Estonia, Rodla with 4. Their scoring has been much more balanced. Lindmetz with 3, Dorbeck with 3. And here you see Dorbeck heading towards the basket, but getting fouled. And the free throw tipped in by Oya. 2-point shot is good by Kanigan. 11-9, it's a 2-point game.
That's a good way to come back.
Russia only 1 for 6 from beyond the 2-point arc. 1-point shot is good by Dorbeck. Lagutin missing. He has been off from beyond the 2-point arc this entire tournament and in the preliminary games, and the 12-second shot clock expires. But Lagutin, 29 years old, has not fared very well in the preliminary round, and now here in the tournament with his 2-point shot.
What if you are supporting the Estonian team? Make some noise for
4 minutes, 18 seconds to go, and a little bit of a repair with the sport court now. And so both players will get a nice little rest here. Take a break from the heat and the sun.
Maybe they did it on purpose because they need to rest a little bit. It's too much hot there. And to hydrate themselves, breathe in, breathe out, and be ready for the big battle.
Well, we have seen this already today. An undefeated team really struggling to knock out a winless team. Estonia losing all 3 of their games in the preliminary round. Russia won all 3 of their games. But here we are beginning the tournament today, and Estonia leads by 3. And Estonia leads by 4. Lagutin drives, and he gets it to fall. 13-10. And now the steal by Russia. Alexandrov wide open. Can't get it to fall. It spun around the rim.
Good reaction from Russia.
They've made only 2 of their 8 shots from two-point land. Shooting only 35% from the field. Alexandrov forcing the action, draws the foul. Neither team near the bonus just yet. That's the 4th foul committed by Estonia. Russia has committed 2.
And Estonia playing a little bit better the one-on-one, face-to-face than Russia, being a little bit more effective.
The Czech Republic with a 10-7 lead over Romania on the outdoor court. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game in the quarterfinals. That shot in time by Oya. The 28-year-old puts it in just before the buzzer. 14-10 in Estonia, looking to knock out the favored Russians. 15-10. Lindmitz. And a block there.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Estonia up.
And that was Pavlov going into the base of the basket hard, but he appears to be okay. Pavlov driving, off balance, and thank goodness for the padding.
And Estonia with a nice advantage now. Russia is trying to get a little bit anxious.
A 5-point lead by Estonia, their largest lead of the game. Alexandrov missing. Rebound. Russia. Alexandrov underneath. His 2nd point of the game. Norbeck stops, pops, no good. And now Kanigan for 3 or for 2.
With a little bit of luck.
But they count the same.
Oh yes.
15-13. Russia has pulled within 2. Rodla, no good. Taken by Kanigan. He goes for 2.
Oh, that was an impressive rebound.
Wow. I'm surprised Pavlov was not called for over the back, though.
This is 3-on-3 basketball.
They are letting them play. At a timeout called, Estonia up by 2, 15-13, 2 minutes, 19 seconds remaining.
And that's a good thing of 3-on-3 basketball. Russia just put a little bit more of pressure in defense and try to play more aggressive in offense, and they just get a little bit closer. 2 points difference is nothing considering that we are playing 3-on-3.
Slovenia and Greece have already advanced to the quarterfinals. One of these teams looking to do the same. Russia, undefeated in the prelims, really struggling here against a very gamely Estonia squad. (15-14). Oh yeah, along the sideline, good defense by Russia. Estonia, I believe, will keep the basketball, but they only have 6 seconds to shoot the ball. But now some confusion. Is it Estonia's ball or Russia's ball? Looks like it's going to be Estonia. The referees discussed it. Estonia with 5 seconds on the shot clock. And a foul is called on Russia.
They complained, but it was a perfect call. And Estonia, I insist, playing better the one-on-one.
I didn't see a whole lot of contact there by Kanigan, but the referees, one is from Italy, the other from Azerbaijan, blowing the play dead, and Estonia now at the free throw line. They are 1 for 2 now from the free throw line. Up by 2, 16-14. And Estonia with the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go. Dorbeck passing outside, and the high wild shot by Rodla misses everything. Russia now trying to tie the game. No good.
And Russia first with a good defense, then with a good offense, and trying to find for the rebound. They are back in the game.
Lagutin was fouled on that last play, and he really sold it.
We say he helped the referee to call the foul.
Tried to make it a little more obvious.
Yes.
That was the 7th foul committed by Estonia. So from this point forward, Russia will get 2 free throws every time Estonia fouls. Lagutin makes 1 of 2. Estonia has led most of the way. They still have the 1-point lead. That one's no good. The battle underneath, and Russia has it, and now a whistle.
I insist, how important are the rebounds? And Estonia, they beg, they wish the game would finish before. Maybe it's going to be too long for them. Let's see, because by now they are leading the game.
Estonia scored the first basket of the game. They have never trailed. Russia has tied it up a couple times. Now they've tied it here, and this would be the first time they lead if they make the basket, and they do. Russia with the first lead with 1:23 to go. Estonia looking to upset the Russians. That one does not drop. And Lagutin, Alexandrov now at the 2-point arc. He drives out to Lagutin for 2. And he, as again I said earlier, has not had that 2-point shot working all week here in Baku.
And they were telling him to pass the ball to one of his teammates.
Yeah, Kanigan, number 3, is their 2-point specialist.
Yes, that's why they are blaming on him. Like, pass the ball.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, they need to pass a little bit more and faster.
Well, they've taken Lagutin out of the ball game now, so it's Alexandrov, Pavlov, and Kanigan. Russia with the ball and a 1-point lead. Pavlov, Alexandrov, driving, back to the basket, throws underneath, and I think it might have been tipped by Estonia. So Russia will keep the ball, only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And this game's going to go down to the final seconds. It could be whoever has the ball last.
Oh, he didn't realize. He didn't realize that it was shot clock violation. See,
Alexandrov's like, somebody's got to tell me, but he can look at the scoreboard and see he only had 3 seconds.
It's his fault. I mean, he should know.
So a mental error by Russia. Estonia gets the ball back, 44 seconds and counting. Estonia down by 1.
And now you can see the difference of defense from Russia. But look at that.
Dorbek 4-2, and Estonia takes the lead.
That's impressive.
That one almost brought rain. A high arc and a 2-pointer.
When needed.
Dorbek has 6 points. Kanigan lays it in for 1. We are tied at 18, and Dorbek was fouled. That is only the 4th foul called against Russia, so Estonia's not in the bonus yet.
That's why he fouled out that fast.
Down to 20 seconds. Rodla. Dorbek. 4 seconds on the shot clock. No good. Rebound, Lagutin.
Keep it till the end.
Kanigan.
And play the last one.
This will be the last shot. Kanigan
Oh!
puts it in, and the game is over.
Unbelievable.
Just before the game clock expires. Andre Kanigan with the spin and the lay-in, and Russia avoiding the upset just barely with a fun, impressive 19-18 win.
Both teams showing here their potential. Estonia was leading almost the whole game, and at the end I think they didn't believe in themselves enough. And Russia, with a talented one-on-one at the end, saved this game. They were almost out of this competition.
They survive by a whisker. Kanigan with the game-winning shot as time expired, and Russia wins it by a point. Pavlov was the leading scorer for Russia with 8, Kanigan with 6, Lagutin and Alexandrov each had 2, Rodla and Dorbek tied for the scoring lead for Estonia. They each had 6. Lindmets had 4. An incredible performance by Estonia. They go home having not won a game here in Baku, but they played the best teams very tough. It's a 1-point loss. Russia advancing to the quarterfinals. They await their opponent because right now the Czech Republic and Romania are tied at 16 with no time left. They are going to overtime. So the Czechs and Romania going to overtime. The winner of that game will play the Russian Federation in the quarterfinals. Once again, the final score, it was Russia 19, Estonia 18.
That's beautiful. This is another stream that dance with a dance cam, ladies and gentlemen.
the player from Azerbaijan. Number 7.
7 numaralı oyuncu Deneskina Tatyana.
Number 8.
8 numaralı oyuncu Ulyana Vakima.
The players are being introduced for our next game. It's the ladies now.
13 numaralı
Azerbaijan against Lithuania. The Azerbaijan players being announced.
Number 15.
Let's listen in.
ve 15 numaralı oyuncu Ayas Renara.
Azerbaijan 2 wins and 1 loss. In the prelims, they finished second in Pool A. They lost to Switzerland, but then rebounded to beat the Netherlands and Greece.
Please welcome the
So a 2-1 record for Azerbaijan as they start the tournament.
from Estonia.
And now we will meet the Lithuanian players.
Takımlar İngiliz diğer komanda Litva komandasını karşılıyor.
Please welcome the players from Lithuania.
7 numaralı oyuncu
Number 7, Ekle Karaseviçute.
8 numaralı oyuncu
Number 8, Erika Lyuskute.
11 numaralı oyuncu
Number 11, Kristina Alpinaite.
ve 22 numaralı oyuncu
And number 22, Cornelia Banchunaite.
So the 4 Lithuanians announced. Lithuania 2 wins and 1 loss in the preliminary competition. They finished in 3rd place in Pool D. They actually had a record that was the same as Russia and Romania. All 3 of those countries had 2-1 records in that pool, but Russia averaged 19 points a game. Romania averaged 18 points a game. The Lithuanians only averaged 16 points a game, so they are the 3rd seed coming out of that pool. And you see the winner of this game between Azerbaijan and Lithuania will play the winner of the Spain-Turkey game, which is about to start on the outside court. Just a few meters away on the other side of the scoreboard, those two are going at it. Couple players we'll keep our eyes on. Number 7 for Azerbaijan, Tatyana Deneskina. She is the number 10 ranked player in the world in women's 3-on-3 basketball according to the FIBA individual rankings. And for Lithuania, keep your eye on number 11, Kristina Amaniate. She is ranked number 44 in the world, and she is the leading scorer for Lithuania, averaging 7 points a game. Azerbaijan, not only is Deneskina one of the highly ranked players, but Azerbaijan with 2 players that play currently in the WNBA for Atlanta. Number 13, Anika Henry. She's the leading scorer at 7.3 points per game. And Tiffany Hayes, number 15. Those are 2 current WNBA players taking a break from their team in Atlanta to play here at the European Games. And quickly, a 2-point shot by Hayes, no good. As we are underway, Azerbaijan and Lithuania.
And Henry scores almost the half of the points of Azerbaijan. So that's good to know for the scouting.
A drive and a basket by Hayes, 25 years old and averaging 3.5 points a game. Down low, it's Balsininate with her first basket, 34 years old. She's averaging just under 3 points a game here in Baku. And it is tied 1-1. Or 1-1 if you want to do it in Spanish. Again, Spain taking on Turkey in the other game that's going on right now. Shot missed by Hayes. Azerbaijan in the white, Lithuania in the green. And now it's Almaniate. She is the tallest player here in Baku. You see her under the basket there, number 11.
And that's what I like, putting the ball inside, open up for a wide open shoot.
Number 15, Hayes. Deniskina down low, and the basket by Henry. Anika Henry, 29 years old, stands 1.91 meters or 6'3". She's the tallest player for Azerbaijan.
And she has really amazing moves under the basket. I bet this because she practiced all the time with Erika da Souza and Sancho Little in the Atlanta Dreams at the WNBA.
Basket by Balcinate. It'll be fun to watch the matchup underneath between the two tall players. Henry for Azerbaijan, you're looking at her there. And Almaniate, number 11 for Lithuania, at 6'9", 2.05 meters. They'll be battling the entire game.
They both average 7 points per game, but Henry with an impressive 83%, which is unbelievable.
4-2, Azerbaijan. A drive by Deniskina. She hands it off to Henry, who puts it in. 5-2. And now a layup for Lithuania, 5-3. Just under 8 minutes to go. The winner, of course, moving on to the quarterfinals. A couple teams have already reached the quarterfinals. Switzerland, Slovenia, Ukraine, and Greece. So we have 4 of the 8 teams already in the quarterfinals in the women's draw. Lithuania with the basketball. Ilyanova. They lost the ball. It's now Azerbaijan. Here's Henry. Her shot is good. She typically likes to be a little closer to the basket, but she put that one in. 6-3 Azerbaijan. Ilyanova down low, and getting fouled is Balcinate. Balcinate is the veteran on this Lithuanian team, 34 years old. Average age of both teams is 27. Balcinate is one of the better free throw shooters on this team, which means she'll miss it. Ball stolen by Azerbaijan. Ilyanova, number 8.
And you could see that Azerbaijan has been working on the offense, and they prepare some offensive plays. The first game they were just playing with no so much logic, but now if they do right, they're gonna be one of the favorites to win the gold medal.
Lukita ran out of time. Azerbaijan gets the ball back.
And if you see, Lithuania was putting Alminaite in one corner in order to create space for the other players, but if the Azerbaijanis, they play really good defense on one-on-one.
Both of these teams with very similar numbers in the prelims as Hayes scores. You already mentioned that the leading scorers for each team averaging 7 points a game. Both of these teams also averaging 15 points a game in the preliminary round. Azerbaijan's lone loss was the first game to Switzerland. They lost 15-11. Lithuania's only loss came to Russia in their third and final game, 21-15. A steal by Azerbaijan. Nice play by Hayes to keep it alive. Now out to Ulyanova. She misses the shot. Rebounded by Lithuania. Down low they go to Almaniete. Her shot knocked away.
She shouldn't put the ball down. That's the rule for the post players.
Hayes drives, lays it in with her left hand. And Azerbaijan has opened up a 5-point lead, 8-3. Under 6 minutes to go, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Not a good start for Lithuania.
It's difficult to play when you know that you have Hayes in front of you. She's so fast.
Tiffany Hayes, 25 years old, and as we talked about, one of two current WNBA players taking a leave of absence from their team. The WNBA right now is in season, but they have left the team to come play here for a couple weeks in Baku. And you see some of the early baskets scored by Azerbaijan. Hayes with 4 points to lead Azerbaijan. Lithuania has only tried 1 2-point shot. They missed it. Azerbaijan 1 for 3 beyond the arc. 5:55 remaining in the ball game. The winner of this game takes on Spain, the Spain-Turkey winner in the quarterfinals. Another basket by Hayes.
They'll be more active in offense.
Spain is up early in their game, 5-3. Deniskina. Now Hayes. The screen by Henry. Hayes missing. Rebound Lithuania. Down low it was Balsiniate, but she was stripped. And Hayes from the corner for 2. 11-3. Azerbaijan, the host nation, starting to run away with it. Much to the delight of the local fans. Azerbaijan's going to make some noise and be in medal contention here in the women's draw. And the same can be said for the Azerbaijan men. They were undefeated in the prelims, winning all 3 of their games. So Azerbaijan fielding 2 strong teams in the 3-on-3 competition. Turnaround jumper, no good by Henry. Lithuania trails by 7. And the pass for Balsiniate is wide. And Azerbaijan now with the basketball. And a 7-point lead, exactly 5 minutes to go. The basketball arena here. We are at center court. They can put about 1,800 fans here in this temporary arena located in European Games Park near downtown Baku.
They need to shoot the ball.
And they run out of time.
Azerbaijan working good in defense. I bet they like to attack more than defend, but really if this team start playing, it's gonna be almost impossible to stop them unless you play as a team.
2-point shot, no good. Each of these teams won 2 of their 3 games in the preliminary competition, but you wouldn't know it by now. Azerbaijan has looked very strong. And a nice block by Henry. Using that height of hers, 1.91 meters, 6'3". And you see her blocking the shots, but it went out of bounds. So Lithuania controls the ball. They miss the 2-pointer. They get the rebound. No good. And then it's dribbled off the foot of Hayes and goes out of bounds.
a lot of turnovers, but it's just because everything goes so fast. You have to do it, everything with a lot of speed.
And right now, Azerbaijan showing much more quickness in this game. Approaching 4 minutes, Lithuania with only 4 points. And they're going to run out of time. Don't get the shot off in time. Rebounded by Hayes. Underneath the Henry. Henry over to Deniskina, but she could not hold on to the ball. And now it's Hayes. 2 seconds on the shot clock. She fires one up, no good. Gets her own rebound. And a fresh shot clock. Hayes can't get it to drop. She drove and then all of a sudden ran into the very tall Christina Almaniate. And now a foul underneath. And that might have been more of a foul of frustration by Hayes. Plus, I think she's really tired. I mean, she just wrapped up Malsiniate. I think she just wanted a break more than anything else.
She had an early substitution with Ulyanova, but they decide, I mean, the players decide the substitution, so I think she can say, hey, I need to rest.
This is might be where you need a coach, because I don't think Hayes is going to take herself out of the game. She misses the 2-pointer, gets her own rebound. Driving, tried to throw it to Henry, but a poor bounce pass and a turnover.
But as I always say, if you are tired, you don't have to be selfish. You just step out of the court. Somebody else can get in and do the job.
Then Azerbaijan has a sizable lead as well, 11-5. Henry fouled underneath. She played her college ball at the University of Connecticut. And a little scream as she was fouled to help the referee make the call. Deniskina for 2. No good. And the pass goes out of bounds.
Good job from Henry, pressing the ball a little bit. And players taking their time.
Ulyanova for Azerbaijan looked like she wanted to come off the bench and come in the game, but she was waved back to the bench. I don't think neither Hayes nor Henry want to come out.
I think I would step in. Just dead ball.
Just take over.
Yeah.
Don't ask to come in. You just tell them you're coming in. And down low, Henry with the layup. They like to post her down low, use that height, and you can see why she's the leading scorer for Azerbaijan. Only her 3rd point of this game, though. It's been mostly Hayes, who has 7. But Henry now with a chance to pick up her 4th point, and she does. 13-5, Azerbaijan, 2.5 minutes to go. 2-point shot banked in. 13-7. Another 2-pointer, and Lithuania's back in the ball game. Deniskina outside, wide open shot by Hayes, but not in time. Yet Azerbaijan momentarily had the ball. Lithuania stole it back, and a 2-point shot underneath, or a 1-point shot underneath. That was Ludkute with the shots and the basket.
And it's so funny because you try to, it's the opposite. It goes everything backwards because you try to get away from the rim, and another player doesn't let you do that. It's kind of confusing if you try to play 3-on-3 basketball for first time.
Azerbaijan has led from the very beginning. Lithuania has tied it a couple times, but they have trailed the entire way. There you saw Ulyanova on the bench wanting to know, hey, when can I get in the game?
I'm telling you, just step in.
It has been the Tiffany Hayes show. 7 points for the 25-year-old player.
Yeah, we were expecting more from her, and she's getting used to it. I think she started to enjoy the 3-on-3 basketball, and she's gonna join Henry into the show.
We've seen Azerbaijan get better every single game. We mentioned these two WNBA players they haven't had a whole lot of time to practice together with their teammates, but as they play more and more games, they seem to get better and better. Azerbaijan lost the first game, scored only 11 points. They scored 14 in the next game and won it, and then 21 in the game after that. So they have gradually improved every game, and they have controlled this game from the beginning. 13-8.
Oh, that was nice.
Hayes with the basket. Two-point shot, no good. Azerbaijan is a minute, 10 seconds away from advancing. Henry, reverse layup. Hayes tries the steal, knocks it out of bounds.
And she tried this 2 times in a row. She's getting into the rhythm. Now she starts to understand what it's about, this 3-on-3 basketball.
Azerbaijan, 1 minute, 5 seconds away from advancing to the quarterfinals. That time, Lukute over the back of the Azerbaijan player. And Yulianova will get a free throw here. She'll get 2 free throws as Lithuania has committed 8 fouls. So Azerbaijan will shoot 2 every time they're fouled. 15-8, under a minute to go. Almaniete, no good. Rebounded by Lithuania. Almaniete, another shot. That one finds the bottom of the basket. 15-9. Lithuania, though, is going to run out of time. 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the shot clock. No good by Hayes. Lithuania needs some 2-pointers. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They should have shot a 2-pointer there quickly. Hayes, she's going to let time run down.
With this mismatch, it was clear that she would do that.
(17-10), and this game is about to end. Azerbaijan's going to win it and move on to the quarterfinals. An impressive win over Lithuania. We thought this might be a close game. Both teams won 2 of their 3 games in the preliminary round, but it was Azerbaijan taking an early lead and never relinquishing it, and they win 17-10.
And Azerbaijan, bit by bit, getting into the rhythm. The players understanding better this new discipline, and we were waiting for an amazing performance from Hayes and Henry, and bit by bit, game by game, they are performing their best. So the farther you play this team, it's going to be worse if you want to beat them.
Number 15 there, Tiffany Hayes, was the star of the show for Azerbaijan, scoring 10 of the 17 points for the victors. Nika Henry with 5. Azerbaijan wins it 17-10, so they advance to the quarterfinals. Lithuania will head home now, and the host nation moving on, where they will play Spain in the quarterfinals. Spain in a low-scoring game against Turkey, winning 11-5. But a win's a win. Spain moving on to the final 8, where they will play the host nation. And those 2 teams will join Switzerland, Slovenia, Ukraine, and Greece in the quarterfinals. Final score from this game, once again, in the women's draw, Azerbaijan over Lithuania, 17-10.
Saplandırma var oluyor. Bravo.
Can you dig it? How good is this guy? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise!
Gelin desteğe. Desteğe ihtiyacı var. Bravo.
There we go, it's got him now! Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Smooth in the dance club tonight.
Üçüncü topu istedik bizden.
We've had one ball, we've had two balls, now we're going for three balls, ladies and gentlemen.
Gelin alkışlayalım. Gelin ritmi tutalım.
Okay, this is a very, very hard trick, so he's going to need all your support, ladies and gentlemen. Do it all together for Smooth, come on! That's ball number one. What is he doing?
Bir daha sınırım.
We've got 60 seconds left for Smooth to try and get this trick done. And with your support, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure he's going to do it.
Ve üçüncü topla fırlandı.
Can you dig it?
Muhteşem, süper.
One more time, say goodbye to Mr.
Smooth Gringo. Teşekkür ederim. Ve növbəti oyuna artıq hazırıq biz. Növbəti oyunda isə Türkiyə dəstəyi olub.
Hanımlar ve beyler, indi ise kişilerden ibaret Serbia ve Türkiye komandaları meydançaya gelecek.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet the teams from Serbia.
Welcome back to the basketball arena here at the 2015 European Games in Baku. 3-on-3 basketball. It is the first round of the 3-on-3 tournament. In the men's draw, Serbia, the gold medal favorite now, taking on Turkey. The winner of this game will play the winner of Lithuania and Andorra in the quarterfinals. Serbia, perfect in the preliminary round, winning all three of their games. Turkey, unfortunately, not winning any of their games in the prelims. Let's go down to the floor and meet the players.
From Serbia.
8 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 8,
numaralı oyuncu.
And number 17,
Those 4 players for Serbia are the top players in the world in 3-on-3 basketball. They are ranked 1 through 4. Domovic number 1, Astorovic number 2, Savic is the 3rd ranked player, and Zadero is number 4 in the individual FIBA rankings.
Ve alkışlarınızla nöbeti komanda Türkiye komandası.
please welcome the player from Turkey.
9 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 9, Ahmed İlmaz.
15 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 15, Hasan Aslan.
21 numaralı oyuncu.
Number 21, Enver Ekber.
Ve 61 numaralı oyuncu.
And number 61, Dimash Tiler.
So there are the Turkish players. Again, they did not win any of their games in the preliminary round. They lost to Spain by 10, but then lost 2 very close games, by 1 point to Belgium and by 3 points to Russia. So we'll see if they give Serbia a good game here. If they upset Serbia, this would be the biggest upset by far in the tournament. And you can see the winner of Serbia-Turkey will play the winner of Lithuania-Andorra. That game starting as we speak.
And Turkey gave us one of the most amazing games of the competition against Belgium. They were scoring almost everything out of the court. They performed really their best. So Turkey is a team that you never know which face we're going to see today. And they need to show their best one, because in front, the favorite to win the gold medal, Serbia.
Well, that game against Belgium, Turkey lost 21-20. So we'll see. We've had some near upsets on in the men's draw already, where we have seen some undefeated teams really give, or some winless teams give some undefeated teams a run for their money. But Serbia coming into Baku, the gold medal favorite, and they are a very confident bunch. They say, listen, this is our gold medal to lose, and they plan to win that gold. So some people say it's cockiness, some people say it's just confidence. They were upset at the European Championships by Qatar, so they are not the reigning European champs right now, but more times they win than they do lose. And they do have the best players in the world. So we are underway, Turkey and Serbia. Turkey with the basketball. And down low, it's quickly intercepted by Domovic. Astorovic, he is deadly from the outside, and he gets that one there. You cannot leave him alone beyond the 2-point arc. Wild shot by Turkey. Rovic leads this team at 7.5 points per game. Domovic averaging 7 points a game. Savic averaging 5 points a game. Serbia averaging 20 points per game in this Baku European Games. But of course, everything is new here in the tournament. Domovic. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Did not get the roll. And now a 2-pointer by Dindler, no good. Turkey in the red, Serbia in the white.
And I want to insist that Serbia, from outside the arc, they shoot impressive. Especially Mastorovic with a 42% percentage. It's unbelievable. It's almost like a indoor basketball percentage. So for me, this team is my favorite, because what they do from outside is impressive.
2-point shot by Aksoyak is no good. But a rebound, and Turkey is on the board, 2-1. Shot from 2-point land, it's no good. But knocked out of bounds by Masterovic.
And first substitution in Serbia, they don't spend more than 1 minute 30 seconds to subs players.
Substitutions can only be done, though, during dead balls. Savic with the rebound. Dindler unable to get it to fall. Air ball by Masterovic. You don't see that too much. Savic, no good. Dindler now. Top of the key. Looks for a screen. Takes the shot, no good. Rebounded by Aksoyak. Ball being battled for underneath. 8 minutes to go. Serbia 2-1.
And this is the second time that we see this pass under the legs. I remember one exactly the same, in the same position. Savic so talented passing the ball.
Serbia with wins in the preliminary round against Italy, Estonia, and Greece. That game against Greece was hard fought, and we may see those two battle in the medal round. Turkey losing to Spain, Belgium, and Russia. But again, everybody gets a fresh start here in the tournament. First round.
Oh, that was impressive defense from Domovic. Shot clock violation. That was so difficult to defend.
Turkey with the older players, Serbia averaging 28.5 years. Turkey, their players, averaging 34 years of age. All of their players are 31 years or older. So a veteran Turkey club. And an easy layup by Ekman. He's the youngest player for Turkey at 31. The oldest is Dindler at 38. You know Serbia is good. They have 3 players that are averaging more than 5 points a game. And in the 3-on-3 game, 5 points is a good amount. Remember, points within the arc are only worth 1 point. From beyond the arc, they are worth 2 points. Games are only 10 minutes long. A steal by Turkey, and a whistle and a foul. Serbia claiming that there was an elbow on the play, and there was. The elbow getting Domovic. Yilmaz swinging the elbows, and it appears that Domovic got hit in the face. But there was no whistle when it happened, so no foul call. And they don't have the instant replay, any rule like that here. Nice basket by Yilmaz. And we are tied at 3. So at least in the early going, Turkey giving Serbia a battle here.
Yeah, and Turkey has to play physical, hitting and pushing and pressing all the time. It's the only way. Just make the game tough.
Turkey does have a little bit of a size advantage, but they match up well against Serbia as far as size. Ekman is 6'10", 2.08 meters. He's the tallest player on the court. But size-wise, these two teams match up well. Domovic. Masterovic. Check that, that was Domovic. Wild shot by Turkey. Yilmaz, no good. There's Savic. Tried to pass it down low to Domovic, but a whistle and a foul.
And I think Serbia has more advantage if they try to play the one-on-one face-to-face instead of posting up.
Turkey's already committed 4 fouls. Make it 5. You get 7 fouls before you're penalized. After 7, or you get 6. Once you hit 7, the other team gets 2 free throws every time. Once you've committed your 10th foul, the other team not only gets 2 free throws, but they keep possession of the ball. So they don't keep individual fouls, but they do keep team fouls. It was 3-3. Serbia now up 6-3. And it's 7-3 after the free throw by Masterovic. And a foul by Masterovic underneath. Domovic, the #1 player in the world in 3-on-3 basketball, according to the FIBA individual rankings. He's number 11 for the Serbs. Masterovic is ranked 2nd, Savic 3rd. Zdero is ranked 4th. 7-3, Serbia.
Oh, that was... well, I would call the foul on that.
Domovic leaning in. He was able to get his defender to commit, so he leaned in and took the shot. Missed the shot, but draws the foul. And they're calling an offensive foul on Aksoyak.
With a little bit of help, as I say, let's help the referee to call the foul.
A little bit of a flop there, yeah. But you got to sell it, I guess. Savic faking the shot. Shoots from the foul line and makes it 8-3. 3 of the Serbian players all shooting higher than 50% from the field. Those are pretty good numbers when you're outdoors. Nice.
They're so clever.
Backdoor pass to Savic. 9-5. Serbia finishing as runner-ups at the 2014 3-on-3 World Championships. Medal favorites here in Baku in 3-on-3 basketball. Little spin. Shot was wild.
With the other hand.
Domovic. Was that lefty?
Yeah, that was a lefty shot.
Dindler down low. Showing some muscle. Savic missed an easy layup there. Now I think he's going to come out. 9-6. Turkey still in it. They're staying close, down by 3.
They're doing a good job. They're playing physically. That's what they have to do. They're going to try to get to the last 1 minute, like closer. It's the only chance they have.
Savic with a free throw. And he misses. 77% free throw shooter. Makes 1 of 2. And Serbia has reached double digits. It's 10-6.
And they are aware the whole game. They score and they are already pressing and forcing a turnover, and then a cut, and then 2-pointers. They just keep moving. They just play.
You see that one play. They do it time and time again. It seems to work almost every time. That time, though, Masterovic unable to hold on to the pass. But they do 2 quick passes, and they have the person who originally started the pass cut towards the basket. And they try to use that first quick step. Or quick first step, as you might say.
Yeah, the defender has to move fast the feet and orientate the body. If you don't do this, you are behind, and then the offensive players score.
Masterovic missing the 2-pointer. Rebounded by Yilmaz. Yilmaz losing the ball. Domovic outside now. A 2-point shot is good. That was Zdero, his first basket. 12-6, and the Serbs have opened up a 6-point lead with 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Long try by Aksayak. No good. Gets his own rebound. Aksayak back to the basket. Fighting underneath. Throws it up from the seat of his pants, but it was no good, and we have a whistle, and we have about 4 players on the ground.
That would be a nice basket from Aksayak from the floor.
That would have been the play of the game.
Last night it was from the Serbians with that amazing 2-pointers from my house.
Yeah, if you missed it, Serbia against Greece, a great game last night. And I think it was Masterovic, or it might have been Domovic.
Domovic.
It was
right?
Domovic. And the clock was running down. It was a loose ball beyond the 2-point arc. And Domovic just threw it up in the air underhand, and it banked off the backboard and went in. An unbelievable 2-point shot. And as you said at the time, it was the play of the tournament. Leading scorer so far in the game for Serbia, it's Masterovic with 5. Savic has 4. Ekman is the leading scorer for Turkey. He has 3 of their 6 points. The winner of this game plays the winner of Lithuania and Andorra. That game is going on right now, and Lithuania leads 15-14. And they only have a minute and a half to go in that game, so that one is going to go down to the wire. This one not as close, but Turkey, if they're going to make a run, they need to start soon. That would have been a nice start, but the shot missed by Dindler. Savic. Masterovic back to Savic. Or Domovic, I should say. And the 2-point shot by Domovic is good. Falling away, he got it to drop. 14-6. If Serbia gets to 21 points before time expires, then the game's over. Savic will take the shot. No good. Domovic, rebound. The #1 player in the world fakes the shot, throws it up. No basket. He traveled.
He traveled indeed, but hey.
Hey, usually the top players get those calls. If you're LeBron James, you get to take 3 or 4 steps. If you're Dusan Domovic, don't you get to take 3 or 4 steps too?
Ah, that's the point, yeah.
Typically, your best players get those calls. Anyway, 14-6, and Turkey able to put it in. 14-7, but Turkey is running out of time.
Oh, he's amazing.
Domovic, he's just butter from beyond the 2-point arc.
And I'm going to keep insisting that it's so difficult to score when you play outdoor. And he's shooting like he's an indoor player.
Yeah, where he's not contending with the sun or the wind or the heat.
No excuses.
Well, we kind of expected this game to go this way. Serbia finishing in first place in Pool C with a record of 3 wins and no losses. Turkey finished in 4th place and last place in Pool B. No wins and 3 losses for them. So they are going to leave, barring a miraculous comeback, they will leave Baku winless. Down low, and Serbia missing the shot. 2:15 and counting. Serbia looking to move on to the quarterfinals. A commanding 16-7 lead. And the ball out of bounds. Lithuania with a 4-point lead over Andorra with less than 30 seconds to go in that game. 2-pointer by Turkey is good. 16-9. Under 2 minutes to go here. 1:56. Not over just yet. And there you see the backdoor pass again. We said it a couple times where Masterovic has not been able to hold on to the pass. This will be a two-pointer for Turkey. No. Zadero to Savic. Masterovic. No good. Savic for two. No good. Under a minute and a half. 7-point lead. Turkey for two. Yilmaz. His second and third point of the game. 16-11. Turkey trying to make a run. There's still time. It's 1:07 to go. The problem is Serbia is now in the bonus, so every time the Serbs get fouled, they'll get 2 free throws. But Serbia's gone a little cold from beyond the 2-point line, and that's giving Turkey a little bit of a window to come back. Serbia is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Obviously, Turkey's only chance is for the Serbs to start missing some of these foul shots. But they are now 5 of 6 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Turkey is doing what they have to do, but really Serbians, they don't look stressed.
Well, they only are a 2-point shot away from ending the game early. 21 points means an automatic win. It's 19-13. The Serbs have reached at least 21 points in 2 of their 3 games in the preliminary round.
And looks like this game maybe is going to end the same way, because Tomovic is going to try to score from the free throw line, and he's a guarantee.
He's a 50% free throw shooter. Misses that one. So the game will not end on free throws. Let's see if Domovic can get point number 20, though, for the Serbs. He misses them both. Door still open, barely, though, for Turkey. But that won't roll in. And now for the win. No good. And out of bounds it goes. 31 seconds to go, so it looks like Serbia is going to move on. Turkey, gave them a little bit of a battle, but not as much as we were hoping to see. And now Domovic for 2, and that's the game. The game will end with 25 seconds left on the clock. 21 points for the Serbs, and they knock out Turkey 21-13. So the medal favorites, with an impressive 21-13 win over Turkey, they will move on to the quarterfinals, where they will play Lithuania. Lithuania over Andorra, 19-14.
And the secret of this team is just how good they are from outside the arc. So Serbia today showing their strength, 21-13 against Turkey.